Hey guys, welcome to episode 5. What we'll be talking about is CSS inheritance and overriding. What do we mean by CSS inheritance here? In CSS inheritance, when you talk about this, you have to reference to HTML. And HTML has to do with hierarchy. Everything in HTML is based on hierarchy. Now, for instance, this is HTML. The head, the body are nested within this HTML. So in between this head, the title tag is nested in between it, same as your body. So everything that has to do with this HTML has to do with hierarchy, starting from the top down to the bottom level. Now basically here I have a little explanation here on CSS inheritance, which you can take your time to pause and read it, but basically we will not be wasting much time on that. So now this is what I was trying to explain in terms of the CSS inheritance, how HTML hierarchy works. This is HTML, which the body is nested within. Under this body you have your H1 and H2, P1, P2, or P paragraph tag, as the case may be, all nested within the body tag. So this is how the CSS overriding works. Now, what do we mean by the overriding? If a CSS rule is written against this body, it will apply to all these child element, which is the H1, H2, and your paragraphs, except if an override is written against H1 and H2. If that is not done, assuming you give a color of green to the body tag, H1 will adopt that color, H2 will adopt it, P will also adopt the same color, unless you do a CSS override by writing a simple line of code to change the color for each of these. If not, they will inherit that color from their body, which is their parent element. That is what we mean by the CSS inheritance and overriding. So let's jump into our code and do something about that. Here we are in our code view. What I'll be doing right now is explain what we mean by the CSS inheritance and override. So right now we have everything here within the body tag, our H1, H2, and our paragraph tags. Now assuming you decide to do a CSS rule for the body, now we have color for H1 and H2. Let's do a little bit of house cleaning. Let's remove the color for H1 and H2 and decide to do a little rule for the body. Say body, close that curly bracket, say color, say red, for instance, and decide to save it. If we preview this, there we go. Now H1, H2 picks the color red from our body, which is a parent element at this point. If you note here for H1 and H2, there was no color stated here for either of them, no color for the test. But if you note, our green is coming from this overriding color, which is what we mean by a CSS override. For this, if you remove this color green from here and save it and decide to preview, everything will be taking that red from the body. But if you decide to come back here and add the color to your paragraph tags, save it, it will override the one coming from the parent body. That is what we mean by CSS inheritance and override. So I hope you learned something from this. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Do well to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. We'll be glad to hear from you.